Hey, how's it going? It's Matt again with my Weary Traveler game that I've rapidly prototyped. It is roughly 1 week and a few hours. I probably put in maybe 20 hours on this game so far, so not a lot. I'm just whipping it up, and it looks ridiculous. But let's show you guys some stuff. Not that. So I think we left off last time. I was working on Dockerizing this thing. So if you're interested in that and how quickly use Docker to set up online web servers, we can go back to that in a second. But I wanted to let you guys see the cover screen that I did. I ended up having to resize, but thought you guys might get a kick out of this. So I got this on my iPad Pro, which I'm glad that I'm able to use it for business stuff as much as I'd hoped. Some things it's not good for, so I was going to do it for content creation, like when I do writing and blogging or working on a book or something like that. But what it is really good at is drawing. I think I said before, I'm going for a fast, loose, hand-drawn look as much as I can with this thing. As a matter of fact, this actually made me reimagine the whole user interface, which I might do if this thing takes off, but I don't care. I want to test it today at our local happy hour here, the one you guys, if you've been paying attention. Oh my God, that we hosted 100 State that I was pulled off of last time, or pulled off of this doing a screencast to join, and it actually kept working. But as you can see here, I'm adding some coloring to it, and I haven't quite got the shape or the hang of shading with Procreate yet, but you can see I'm going for that fast hand-drawn look there. It's this drawing I started this last night maybe, but I didn't have a ton of time to put in it yesterday. You see I'm putting in some highlights there. I think the highlights really make it stand out. I thought about adding shadows to the I did add shadows for a while to the background and the foreground. You can see I removed it. It's like, I'm not feeling it. There we go. So that is going to be the cover photo. Fast hand-drawn look. Try not to do too much facial expressions. For some reason, I get a kick out of a guy wearing a lampshade on his head. Not fully sure, but that's it. And a little secret hidden there. If you guys have never been to Madison, Wisconsin, that's the Capitol in the background there. So, shout out to home. So I might upload this as a separate video. I don't know. Well, let's get back to Dockerizing stuff. So yesterday I stopped because I didn't want to get interrupted. It's 2:25 now. I got 2 hours before this. Oh, I got to log in again. Darn it. Sit tight. Turn off screen share. Nope. Okay, so you're looking at me. What's up? Okay. Hopefully, when I go to reload this, you can see password and stuff. Good. Reload. I'm logged in. It's not looking at me. Oh. Okay. So now we're back. As we're at. We're going to call this. Oh, we don't want to do Chaos Craft Bot. We want to do Weary Traveler 1. Oh. I'm going to do boot up 1, which you'd never normally do for production. Oh, that's right. I need to set up an ELB. That's where I was at. EC2. So for some reason, you still got to go back to the EC2 to set up an ELB. Blah, 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 blah. Let's go. You guys see load balancers. I'm blind. Load balancers. So we're creating a new one. This one's going to be a application load balancer. I'm going to call it Weary Traveler. TRAVELAR. Server. Internet facing IP version 4. We're going to drop it and Yep, we're gonna do that. So that basically I'll use the schematical wt.schematical.com or something like that. So it's got to be. Oh, this always gets me. I forget if they've got to be private or public. Hold on 1 second. We're just gonna look up the other load balancers because I think they've got to be. I want them to live in public, but they got to connect with private. And I always forget what that interface is pointing it at. We got subnets. So that public? It's public. Okay, so I do want to put it in a public. That's right. It's got to live in a public. I don't want that. Change subnet. Be a public. Public. And public. All right. So that means I got some redundancy, despite the fact I'm only running one task, but that task falls over, it'll just get picked up somewhere else anyway. And I don't want to spend a lot of money. So we're going to do schematicals, wildcard. And that should all be good. Next, configure security groups. What do I got? I got the other guys in. This is one of those things where you would have to go back and forth and look for like a million years. But I already have a security group. We've got AW OpsWorks. So if you can memorize all this stuff, then you're a better man than I, or person, woman. I don't know, whatever. Okay. So you're gonna. This is where it gets tricky because I got to combine these two. I don't even know what I'm looking at there. Oh, this is the service. Yeah, it's a service. So this is simple. We're gonna go. Here's all gonna be private. These definitely private because I don't want people to directly access the servers without going through the ELB. There we go. We don't need to auto assign a public IP. So here's where it's got to remember which one goes first. Okay. So I can always delete the target group later anyway. Type instance. Yeah, that'll do. I have it at heartbeat. I think I have it at heartbeat. I think I have something that it means that this is a route that it's going to hit. No, it's going to be in SRC routes index. There's a heartbeat. That's what I wanted to hit. That does the health check, which in this case is insanely simple. And we're not going to select instances because that's the thing that the other screen that we're bouncing back and forth from that's probably confusing the hell out of you is doing. So we're good for now. Cool. So we create a load balancer. I'm going to refresh this. It's going to show up here. We got that. Good. There we go. It's 80. Target group name. We got one already. Don't make me create a new one. No, I guess it's going to do it anyway. They all go to no fancy routing. Oh, they changed this. I changed this way too much. Service discovery. See all this stuff? This is new. I don't think. I don't think I want any of that stuff. Yeah, I told you, don't screw with me. Okay. I have a feeling I'm just going to end up deleting that in a second. Yep. Got to add in a port number somewhere in here. What's up? I'm doing that thing where I'm streaming stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Right now.
Yeah. You got something you want to talk about?
No.
Okay. Showing people how to set up stuff on Docker, actually.
Oh, nice.
Then AWS adds in a bunch of new stuff I haven't seen before now. It's like, God bless it, right now? Seriously? There we go. That's good. We're going to do now is we're going to attach the load balancer to this thing. So we'll have create record set WT. We're going to make this an alias, and we're going to go to, there it is. And so now basically if I go to WT, it's probably not connected yet. I'd be amazed if I got that server up in the first try. I don't think it is, but I'm going to set us up so we can test it. You guys remember Postman? I'm going to change this to WT dot because I'm not buying a domain name yet. 503. That's as expected once we get a response. Let's take a look at our service and see if this task is just falling over. A task fell over, it stopped. So we got at least one of them that failed. I'm betting it's a permissions thing. Vlogs and CloudWatch. Log not found. Okay. It should be easier than that. I bet it just doesn't have permission or something to. We cannot pull a container. I've seen this one before. Error 404. So that's on me. Go. Task definition somehow is not pointed at the right. Image. This is wrong, usually when this happens. So let's double check this against someone else. So this again is another advantage I do have because I've done this before, but the first time I did it, I didn't have any advantage. I had to Google this thing like 1,000 times. So we're gonna look at any of the other cast X staff, definitions here and compare. So this is again one of those skills you kind of want to get thick skin for digging into this annoying stuff. So That looks legit. They start the same. Where am I going? Yeah, they look the same. Latest. Did I misspell latest? Latest. Looks good. Okay. So, repositories. I know what's another one I use a lot. Chaoscraft. Let's do Chaoscraft server. That one's functional. Any fancy permissions? No fancy permissions. Well, they all look the same. Let's copy that over all the same. It is possible I don't have the latest either. I don't have the latest. My push didn't work. Oh, here's what happened. We were doing this thing the other day. It said the push worked. Did it not say the push worked? Maybe it didn't. I thought that's what I was doing. It took forever, huh? Okay, well, review the push commands. Unfortunately, this first one is one of those things that the response is something I probably did not show. So hold on for a second while I get this all sorted. Show my face when I'm not paying attention. All right, so let's grab, we already did the build and tag yesterday, so I don't think we have to do that again, but what we need to do is we didn't push up latest. Oh, well, all right, so it pushed up all but one layer, and I swear I thought I saw that go up there. Pushed. Okay, so now if I go back here and I hit refresh, have a latest, so that 404 should stop occurring, and I don't have to pull out a new task definition, which is annoying. So let's go. We still looking at task definitions here. Get out of here. Cancel. So we're going to go back and see. Remember, I put it in my Chaoscraft collection because I don't know why I called that Chaos class. I think it was the first time I was doing Fire, whatever it is, Fire. Yeah, I can't talk. Fargate. And I just didn't realize that it was going to take the name of what I thought the service name was. So let's take a look at this guy. Ooh, we got this one says it's running, so it's not a complete 404. We're going to go view logs in CloudWatch. And it says it's listening on port 80, so that means we got to give the ELB a minute to catch on, but in a second. So the ELB is going to hit it on port 80 a bunch and say, hey, you there? You there? You there? And so I should have put a console log in there to make sure it was hitting it, but missing name field. Oh, snap. Look at that. So we got the getDex. Sweet. Let's check HTTPS. HTTPS is not caught on yet. ELB should be routing HTTPS traffic to port 80 though, so that's a little weird that that didn't hit. Should probably look at the right server. 443 goes to wherever. For Weary Traveler. Cool. Weary Traveler only listens on one port, which is port 80. So this should catch up soon. No? Let's give it HTTPS and see what's up. Yeah, it's there. backwards. Let's just double check the other routing rules for both. Make sure it's on the same page. Interesting. So I think I see what's going on. Just want to trash this whole rule. Ah, that's the button. I gotta hit the -1 maybe. Nope. So I think basically what happened here is that I got the update. That we did have an issue with that thing there. So we're going to go like that. And I think I just got to change HTTPS view edit rules to the other group. And then we should delete the other group just to be on the safe side. I feel there's no other option forward to, but it's still a drop down in some capacity. Sorry, Sid, if I'm getting you with all this. Making a lot of noise here. Okay, so let's see if this probably broke. It's good. There we go. HTTPS works. I've been doing this a while, considering how short-lived Docker is and like the way it is in ECS, but man, should debug that. Just get rid of our target group to be thorough. Get it. Because we get this, that's the actual one. This is just a junk one. So we're going to delete that. Cool. So now we're going to change it in the config. For we got this config directory here, which pointed lab.schematical.com, which means that when I don't have this thing running through my SSH proxy, port proxy thing, I'm running it locally, so now you'll actually be able to access this thing anytime at only a small cost to me. By small cost, I mean notable, but let's see if I can do prod and disable my SSH, disable this server and just stop it. So that way we know we don't have traffic coming to it. And so building it. I should probably put some like little debug picture thing in the corner when it's not prod or when it's prod or something like that. So some about page so I can tell. Right now it's building and waiting. I'm going to close this. I don't know if it's using that much memory, but I can hear my computer heating up. My phone just restarted. What I'm going to do is show you guys what the phone looks